Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. I am George Onyibi. This morning, a very quick one. I want us to look at the message I simply titled, Exposing the Territorial Conquest of the Igbos Biafraud. Exposing the Territorial Conquest of the Igbos Biafraud. Now, let me remind you that what we do on social media in a time like this seems not to make sense to some of you. Most especially those of you that are typically involved in what we are doing. Those of you who are victims of our advocacy. But it's okay. We, on the other hand, has understood that everything you see today, scientifically or otherwise, the moment it is imagined and it is spoken out, it must come to exist. Once you are able to imagine anything and you speak it out, it must come to pass. And that is why the Bible says, for the world we live in, this very material world, was created by the word of God. But not everybody will understand the hidden truth behind this comment, because you have been taught in recent time to hate the Bible, to destroy the Bible. Why are they encouraging you? Because they see you are beginning to uncover the secret hidden in code languages, kept from your knowledge for a very long time. And they know if you have access to this information, your life will not remain the same again. And so some, even out of ignorance, are telling you, Bible is fake, Bible is not fake. But that is not my concern. If you like, get sense. If you don't like, do that part you are doing. And so the Bible says that everything was created by the word of God. And through the word of God, everything was made. And when you speak it, it's either destroy or it makes. And that is why, with this knowledge, we continue to speak it. We continue to speak these words of salvation, these words of deliverance, these words of exposing everything that needs to be exposed. We have thought about it. They have thought about it. Not until we begin to talk about it or they begin to talk about it, none of us will be able to achieve it. And now that they have thought of conquering us, and we have thought of liberating our people, I think the next thing for us to do is to begin to speak it out. Because they are also speaking it out. And then maybe you're beginning to get it. I focus on Igbos Biafraud, not because they are the only one who are trying to conquer territory in Nigeria. There are many communities already. Many lands that has been taken over by Fulani people. Or should I say Hausa people. And as we speak, their politicians are not relenting. They want to take your ancestral land from you by every means necessary to do their business. What is their business? They are headsmen. So as nomadies, anywhere they enter, they want cattle ranching, they want cattle colony, they want cattle market. They want to take this land by force through the government. We all know these things. It was a cry of this thing perceived by Nnamdi Kanu and other Igbo people and other Nigerians that led us to Biafra agitation in the first place. And so whatever the Igbo people are doing in this instance of conquering territory, I do not know if they learn from Hausa. I do not know if Hausa learned from them. But I'm coming so that I will not digress too much. But not until we get to the level of maturity in handling a lot of issues that concerns us as a people. Not just by saying, but by acting. Believe me, none of you minority is ready for what is coming. Let me remind you that in recent time, the issue of Sharia law being introduced to Yoruba land popped up. And of course, you know Yoruba have Christians, Muslims, are pagan. In fact, when it comes to religious tolerance, you give it to them. When it comes to these three Wazobia. The Yoruba understand that a large proportion of them are Muslim as well as Christians and are pagan. Majority of them don't even believe in anyone. But this does not change the fact that they all work for the same agenda. I want you to see how maturely they worked around it. And Sharia law is dead on arrival. Now, this is how issues should be addressed in a nation like this. It is not just talking about it. It's about working towards it. And that is why when I look at the people of South, when I look at my Abo people, because you have not started feeling the pain, my Ikwere people, my Anyocha people, Ndokwa people, Shimili people, Okwani people, all of you, because you are not feeling the pain yet. Some of you relax and feel it's nothing. It's okay. Now that we are speaking against it, now that we are exposing it, they will not be able to achieve that aim. But they will change dimension. And if they change the narrative and the dimension, it's very important that we are not caught off guard, because that is the only reason why they have to change it. We need to be progressive-minded people. We need to be proactive in every situation and circumstance. And now, like I said, we have to focus on the Igbo Biafra people, because now it is their order of the day. And so they wake up in the morning, they tell you that Ikwere must be Igbo. Let's start by that. They push this to the extent that they will now ignorantly and stupidly and hopelessly and shamelessly tell you, are you not ashamed now that Ikwere man is Johannes Ndigbo? These are efforts to conquer territory, nothing more, nothing less. You have heard several of their videos telling you that Ikwere land is the Igbo tongue to the Atlantic Ocean. That if Ikwere fail to release that land, they will defend that land by the sword. Not Ikwere people. Don't worry. You'll get all this information directly from them. And so the people that if Ikwere refuse to give up their land, they will be conquered. They will defend that land to collect it by the sword. We shall see who will swap in that sword when the time comes. But most Ikwere don't understand. And then they start telling you, Wike is Igbo, Wike is Igbo. And Wike has told you, I'm not Igbo. Because Wike sound like a strong child in Igbo dialect, does not mean it means a strong child in Ikwere language. Wike, W-I-K-E, is not Nwa Ike in your Igbo dialect. Your Igbo dialect, it may be a strong child, but in Ikwere dialect, it means a new child. And the similarity in vowel sound does not make the same meaning. We have tried to educate Igbo people who have sense. Caution your people to stop this thing. The same way we will caution every other ethnic group in Nigeria who are on the verge, who are on the quest of territorial conquering. You will conquer and you will conquer no more. Don't worry. But then let us speak out so that when he begins, everybody will understand. Because this is the time we are supposed to be rubbing our mind together, sharing ideas on how we can make Nigeria great. But then, most ethnic groups still hiding under Wazobia, all they are dreaming of is how to conquer us. It becomes an issue to us, as the people of South-South, as the supposed minority in Nigeria, to begin to see that this Igbo agenda of territorial conquest, coming in different dimensions, cannot be overlooked. That is why we are here. And so they move on and started telling you, we are Biafra, we are Biafra. Biafra is because we are marginalized, we are Biafra. And we are not ignorant or naive when it comes to issue of political imbalance. We are properly informed as far as Nigeria is concerned. But we had faith that somewhere along the line, we still have faith that somewhere along the line, we will get it right. All of us moved on. But at every given instance, in every discussion we have, we notice something is out of order. And what the overall issue is that we were being used. And so if you are from the South-South, you are following Igbo Biafra, it will dawn on you, and I hope it will not be too late for you. From Igbo Biafra doing Biafra agitation, we move to obedient movement. We move to, what do you call it? Unification of Ndigbo, but not for our own good. These are all efforts to conquer territory in order to take advantage of our numerical strength, add it to the already existing fake numerical strength they claim they have. And when this power is magnified, it projects them to a different angle where they and they alone will be powered to control the rest of our life. Don't you see the North? Don't you see how they made use of the number? And don't you see how they control almost everything? But it's okay if that is the Nigerian they want. We will not allow that Nigeria to destroy us. We should work hard to making sure that we survive that Nigeria. But let it be on record that it is not the hatred of anybody that drives us. What we are simply doing is trying to create awareness, sensitization program. Let our people know what is happening. And before the era of Ikwere people came, because they thought Ikwere is ignorant. You know, Ikwere are jovial people, very life-loving people. They don't want to holler. Let's just eat, drink, marry, live, marry, have children, die today, tomorrow you born, you know, easygoing people. But if they know Ikwere will put up this amount of resistance, I did not even believe Ikwere would do that. And once again, I say Ikwere people kudos. But this game, they have played it with Anyoma people. But Anyoma is impenetrable. You cannot penetrate us. It gives them headache. They struggle so many times. And how do they conclude it? By insulting us. Idiots. You say you are not Igbo because you are afraid Nigeria will conquer you. The same way they will say Ikwere is not Igbo because of abandoned property. We've moved on. We have allowed you to be talking your rubbish. But we know we are not afraid of Nigeria. We know we are not afraid of any of you. The worst Nigeria can do is for Wazobia to team up together and strike us. That is the only thing they can do. But somewhere along the line, if you continue on that path, the people will look for a way to defend themselves in the nearest future. Because all I see now is Igbo people trying to meander Colombia, Hausa, and then they will switch on to Yoruba. And once the three of them agree, this is what we will do. The rest of you minority, they will do anything and nothing will happen. But of course, if we must die, we will decide how we will die. That is just the difference we can make and we intend to make when that time comes. But until now, nobody is dying. We're asking everybody to back up, face your region. Are you not the ones that created the geopolitical region? Face your region. Are you not the one that created local government, creating autonomous community, even giving us fake kings? It's okay. But then you are moving faster than your shadow. Because now it's obvious it's all about territorial conquest. And they start this conquest by first seeing it, testing the water. Anyoma is Igbo, Anyoma is Igbo, Anyoma is Igbo. Let's unite Igbo. It's Nigeria that divides us. Nigeria divided Igbo to conquer Igbo. We say we are not Igbo. Why not you deal with it? We are not Igbo. I am an Abo man. You call us name. You insult us. You do everything. But we know what you want to do. If we give in and say we are Igbo, we are gone as a people. Don't you see the Southeast? Their own unknown gunmen, they are the one killing themselves, raping themselves, selling themselves, destroying themselves, accusing themselves, blackmailing themselves. At the end, they will blame it on other. You see, the federal government is looking at them. Who will believe that in a civilized Nigeria in a time like this, that one idiot who could not finish secondary school, a common barber some time ago in Europe, in UK, now wake up and say, because I am the almighty Igbo man, all of you must sit at home. And you see, professors like Soludo, educated people supposedly, they will sit at home. You think Nnamdi Kanu is that powerful? He's a buffoon. If I tell Nnamdi Kanu, he will not cross River Niger, enter Asaba. If he dare it, that will be there. Was it not even Asaba we were hiding him in those days? But then, you want to believe that somewhere along the line, that Nnamdi Kanu is a very powerful man. No, it's what they are doing to themselves. They know the game they are playing. It's all about territorial conquest. And so they will pretend and deceive the rest of Nigeria, not considering that their action is now affecting the rest of us Nigeria, and tell you every Monday, you sit at home, we don't go to work. To them, it's a sign of victory. It is a sign of dominance. It's a sign of relevance. Be sitting at home. They cannot stop it. And Nigeria is not worrying about. Let them begin to sit down. It is not concerning to them that even a state in the southwest is generating revenue to the nation more than the whole of the southeast. It's not concerning to them. They are fighting for the right they don't have. But it is he that fetched ant-infested firewood to his compound. You are the one that invite lizard. So as far as you are uniting in Igbo, as far as you are changing Gogo to change narrative, as far as you want to claim us by fire by force, we will not leave you alone. Pekin will say mama no go sleep, he no go sleep. Not everybody understand what you are doing. But we will help them understand. So the Igbo people wake up and start by telling you, everybody is Igbo, everybody is Igbo. Now let's look at Ikweri and Anyoma. Let's assume you people are Igbo. Because some of you born by Igbo people in our community, you are coming to Facebook to yap. And I'm very sure you continue this way. Some of the comfort, tolerance we have for you will not be there anymore. We will let you know who you are. Be disgracing yourself, thinking we don't know you. Now let us assume you are Igbo. Then answer this question. What have you benefited as Ikweri man from the Igbos in the southeast? No, answer this question. What have you, as a Anyoma man, benefited from the Igbo in the southeast? Okay, why are we going to say, okay, we are Igbo? Let us believe our language is Igbo, our land is Igbo, so we are Igbo. Let's agree. What difference is it going to make now? When they were the almighty eastern region, running 99.9% affair of this country, they only took our land. Asaba belongs to, Amecha belongs to us. They took our land. During the Obasanjo Structural Adjustment Program, Boundary Adjustment Program, they gave them Asaba. Today, I'm telling you, Asaba people are gone. And so what did we benefit from them? I remember in the 80s, when those Ogbaru people, when all those Anacha people will run back home and say, please come and help us fight. They got to a stage, they say, allow us, we want to return home. We say, no, that is your land, remain there. So where you see Oka man, where you see Hiala man, They even make parable as Adi Amakwa Amaka Onecha Gwarubusi. Now they have even changed that slogan. Adi Amakwa Amaka Ubusi Gwaronecha. And now the trending one is that Adi Amamaka O Gwara O. So the person with the loudest voice and the most confusing argument becomes the real O. They don't talk about the O again. But the real issue was that it is Onitsha people that gave Obusi people and say, you can camp here. You can stay here for a while until you settle or find your way. Today, Obusi people claim that land that belongs to them. They talked it as a parable, just to remind Obusi people. Now they have changed the history. And each time they do all these things, Onitsha is conquered already. But it will take Ogbaru people to open their eyes and know that they are not safe. The process of assimilation will not end just collecting them. They may destroy them. We know areas where these kind of things happen. But let's leave it for the sake of this broadcast. And so the question is, what do we benefit from Igbo people? Or the Igbo who are speaking, what do we benefit? What do we benefit? Somebody will come out and tell you about Denis Osadebe. He was mere pauper. The same way they want to use Nedenwoku is the same way they use Denis Osadebe. Somebody will come and tell you, now Ikwere person, tell me, what have you benefited from Undibo? How many Ikwere people is living in the southeast? And how many Anyoma people are living in the southeast? And if you are living in the southeast, be sincere. Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? My son that managed to school there, I give it to the Igbo man that helped him. Because at the end of the day, almost every year, he paid for house rent, almost 3 houses. This one is 419. This one we say you don't know. This one I say there is family dispute. Almost every year, we pay for almost 3 different house rents in Igbo land. I don't like to say some of these things. But then I say I give it to Igbo man. Because somewhere along the line where he hit us hard, one Igbo man that is a pastor in Redeemed Christian Church actually sees us out. So what do we benefit from Igbo now? What is the promise we are getting from Igbo that we are Igbo? We need to know what they have on the table before you jump into it. That was how they created Nigeria. They didn't consult anybody. Just few bunch of individuals gathered and say, now we are one Nigeria, we are fighting for, and all of us kept quiet. The same way they are jumping up and now we are Igbo, and you are keeping quiet. And one day your children will start crying. You are not Igbo until they tell us what you are putting on the table. If they are not putting anything on the table, you know it is only our land they are after. Let them remain their Igbo. Maybe very soon we will change our name. But the problem is, even while we are trying to change our name, to suit our new vision, our new journey as human, they are still claiming everything. The people without history are claiming your history. Somebody say, let's talk about this talking. Tell them if we must stop about this talking, let them stop talking about who is Igbo and who is not Igbo. We were talking about the issue of Ikwere man becoming the leader of Ohanese Ndigbo. And one of them say, you are ignorant. If not, we made it alphabetically. The first Ohanese Ndigbo was from Anambra because it is A. The second Ohanese Ndigbo is from where? Which one? Carry B. Nnayangodo. Or which one? Is Enugu. Ndiushi. And now I want to believe that since Ikwere man now is I, that is why Ikwere man now is the next Ohanese Ndigbo. Don't forget Abokwano is I, Eka. So you must finish alphabetical order following I before you bring another one. Agbo man now, Eka man now should be the next leader for Ohanese Ndigbo, Ndiushi. Ask yourself, why are they making this effort? Why are they pressing it? And your man was the first leader for Ohanese Ndigbo. They have re-edited it. Go and check it. The eve of the day, Ikwere man was fraudulently, deceptively made the leader of Ohanese Ndigbo. Go and check the search engine. It was around 4:52 p.m. the eve of a day before that declaration, that inauguration. They re-edited the Google. Because I went to search all the people that have been the head of Ohanese Ndigbo. And I noticed that they have removed the Anyoma man and replaced him with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. And when I further searched, the search engine told me that this very information was re-edited by Ndigbo that very day at about 4:55 p.m. But to you, it doesn't mean. And what are they even talking? My brother, we are opening your eye. And we are here to expose them. Ikwere is Igbo. Ikwere is Igbo. You will think it's you the after. And by the time you accept it, yes, I want Igbo. They will move. Ikwere land is Igbo land. Ikwere land is Igbo land. Abo people are Igbo people. Abo people are Igbo people. You say, yes, you are Igbo. The next thing you hear is, Abo land is Igbo land. Abo land is Igbo land. What does that make you? Do not forget that this land we stand upon is the only place we can call our home in the whole of this universe. Our fathers and their father before their father, as far back as you can count the day we started existing as a people, have fought to keep this land for us. Today we are here. Today we are here. And before our very eye, some group of non-entities are trying to take over our land through different schemes. And you are not seeing it. And for the sake of exposing them, let me lay out some factors, some outline on how they conquer territory. And number one, which is propaganda, disinformation by way of broadcast on every platform. You see, from the eras of the imperialists to this moment, nobody attacked anybody without finding fault with those people. When the Romans went to war to fight the Greek, they said they are barbarian. When the Greek fought the Babylonian, they said they are barbarian. Everybody want to find problem. When they invaded Africa, they say we are savages, we are primitive, uncivilized. They come to civilize us. They must give you a bad name. They do this thing by talking. They will first of all use their mouth to destroy you. They will use their mouth and destroy you. Use their mouth and change your orientation psychologically. Look at how many African countries, places like Libya, other African countries have suffered for this. All they need to wake up one day and tell you, this country has a nuclear weapon. We cannot allow them to do nuclear weapon. And if you don't respond anti-clockwise, you will die for nothing. And at the end of the day, they will know you don't have weapon. They are justifying their action. All these things Igbo people are doing, they want to justify their next action in the next attack against our people. The onslaught that have already begun, just that you are not seeing it. If we are not here calling out distance, you won't know. No, it's common content creator. No, this is not content creator. This is damaging the mind, the image, the morality, the senses of our young ones. So they say it. They are so committed to it. I'm an Abo man, and I have children, and I send them to school. And I give them name. They rewrite each of these names to Igbo tongue. And I go back to school and I rewrite it to them. I remember one day when I pulled it out with their secondary school principal. When they brought my son's result, and they said, I look at it and saw the name was spelled as Igbo name. I went to the school next time, I gathered all my children then, and I told the principal, I have warned you people time without number. And the principal happened to be Igbo woman. Please, this is not the spelling of my name. The woman first accused me that I'm not educated enough. You watch them now, they will tell you that I'm illiterate. Watch Igbo people here now, they will tell you that I'm illiterate. The woman accused me of the same thing. But by the grace of God in this my life, I have given birth to graduate. Go and check all of them first class. All my children that has graduated, all of them first class. And so even if I'm a graduate, I am a father of first class citizens. All of them, every area of endeavor, first class. But I'm illiterate. The woman started arguing. You know, we are not educated enough. It is like this. I say, madam, you owns the grammar. I owns the child and the name. I agree I'm not educated. Spell it that way. And when there was no ground, bone of contention to discuss the issue, he said, but Okwemana, I think you understand. It's still the same thing now. I said, that is why you must write it the way I ask you to write it. You must write it that way. Without this conversation, almost 1 hour. And then they have to revisit my children's school document and rewrite all those names. And I'm happy I did it. It's been more than 15 years I'm telling you this thing now. But some of you say, it doesn't mean, it doesn't. Why wouldn't they claim you? You say, no, is it not ordinary name? No. The name of every living creature is tied. The power of every living creature is tied to their name. Maybe you don't know yet. And so it is through this propaganda, this disinformation, this is speaking Igbo language, is speaking, answering Igbo name. Your land belongs to Igbo. You are Igbo. The more they say it, you believe it, the more it becomes true. All this rubbish is sustained because in the creation of Wazobia, Bende State was divided among them. So when we are in Lagos, you say I'm from Bende. The next thing you hear is Bende Libo or Yoruba, Bende Yoruba. They were referring the Benin people to Bende Yoruba, and they were referring us to Bende Libo. But Benin people fought against this thing, and Benin person will easily tell you, not Bende Yoruba, I am a Benin person. But we didn't say anything. We were even promoting it. We are Bende Libo. We are Bende Libo. Now we are fighting over it now. That thing we didn't do that time. It's now we want to do it. And most of you are sleeping already. And if we don't do what we are supposed to do now, our children are going to find it difficult. Number 2 ways to know that they are on a mission on territorial conquest. The next aspect you need to check is all this constant attacking on our people. Why? Why attacking our people? Why insulting us? Have you been to platform where they are making their fucking useless, what do you call it, unification? Even their pastor Ibukobi will tell you, they demonize you. Even their own pastor Ibukobi will tell you that, which means we are brainless people. We are answering Igbo name, and we say we are not Igbo. Now I'm answering Europe name, and I'm not a European, so I am brainless. What makes me brainless? The name I answer, or accepting the people? What makes me brainless? That I refuse to buy into your lie? What makes me brainless? And now, we have to begin to see all these things on daily basis. You need to begin to hear it on daily basis, because they are not relenting. They are doing it on daily basis. They are looking among us who to buy over. And the moment they buy you over, your language change. I've been approached by these individuals in many instances. Just unfortunately that I am not for sale. You see this uncompleted building, I am contented, I'm happy. I'm not for sale. And the question should be, why do they want our people to speak for them? Ask Ned Nwoko, why would he become the mouthpiece of Ndigbo to tell Nigeria where to keep us? Ask Senator Ned Mbata, what exactly does he think Ikori people will gain by him becoming Ohanese Ndigbo? They are just using you as their extended hand to assess the area where they cannot get to. We have been there. As the African rep of IPOB, I could go anywhere in the South-South. And one of the reasons they pay attention to me is because I'm from the South-South. I remember when I went to one meeting in one of these Ijo community. The meeting was convened by a retired Nigerian military who come from that Ijo axis. For some reason, I won't call his name. And they said that was when I was having problem with Nnamdi Kanu. And they were listening to Radio Biafra. They were hearing what Igbo people were saying about me. He's a criminal. He's a drunk. He stole money. We sack him. But meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu is telling people that I am on special assignment. The special assignment he tried to kill me with. And so some Ijo people said, the guy stole money. Some believe, okay, we are back. And some of them, of these Ijo people, actually believed the propaganda of Nnamdi Kanu through his social media platform. And so they gathered, all of them gathered. And that man said, see, we believe you. We would not have gotten involved in this thing if not for you. Please, tell us the truth. Yes. He said, please, tell us the truth. What happened? And I explained everything to them. And immediately I finished explaining. The next thing was that, I think we told you people. I think you heard him. I think you told you people. It's because of you that we follow these people in the first place. But it's okay. We now know where we belong. Where is Biafra now? People like a face. This that people don't know them. So those of you they are using, you are just an extended hand for them to reach where they cannot reach. Imagine if I was not following them. Imagine if I was not following them with wisdom. The next thing they wanted to use us to be doing was to be fighting our monarch. I thank God for culture and tradition. I thank God for our value system. Those of you who believe your culture and tradition is evil, check it very well. And I begin to look at it. How can I curse my king? Because they curse their king? How will I do that? Who born me? Onye mom? No, Onye mom. They wanted to use us to start it. I never did that. Go and check all my broadcasts. I never assaulted any monarch. I never. It was not convenient. And no true Anyoma's son will come out and insult their king. It's very difficult. If it does, you know that person, DNA test need to be consulted. But of course, anyone that break the hedge, the serpent can bite them. So you are just an extended hand for them to assess us the way they cannot assess us. So my fellow South people, when you see these Igbos Biafraud people in your territory telling you that you migrated from Igbo, don't agree with them. You did not migrate from Igbo. They are just on the verge, on the quest of territorial conquest. Nothing more. It's just the same way Fulani will come and demand that you must give him land to do his cow business. But they say Nigeria will not allow them to give Igbo man land for motor pass business in Hausa man land. It's only Yoruba that have not seen this madness. So it's not as if they don't have their own connect on you, but they don't carry it to people. They don't disturb people with their own wahala. Let us try to protect our land, protect our culture, protect our heritage, protect our value system. Because somewhere along the line, this is all that we have. When you hear them say it on social media, that you are who you are not, please don't keep quiet. The highest they will do is to call you names. And very soon you will see that insult, no, they gun person for cloth. But you see the lie can never be hidden. So the Igbos Biafraud people, whether in form of obedient movement, whether in form of a unity begging, whether in form of Biafra agitation, whether in form of unknown gunmen, all of them are on the same mission. All of them are the same. They are on the quest of territorial conquest. And their first way of deploying their activities, their tactics, is this rubbish they are talking. Let me bring the broadcast to an end here. But before then, let me see in the comment section. Maybe one or two persons will insult me so that we'll continue from there. Yes, I see Suwore. Good morning from here. I see Joseph. You are a Mumu man. He's laughing. That is a typical Igbo man. Igbo man is very wise. Igbo man is very brilliant. Igbo man is very intelligent. But Joseph, how far? Mumu man. I'm the Mumu man, Joseph. Ifeanyi Chukwu. Just look at your life. I just begin to wonder, what will make Igbo people to begin to shout that they are Igbo people? I have not seen it. What on earth do you think an Igbo man will come out and tell you, I am an Igbo man? I've not seen it. But you are everywhere telling us we are Igbo. My brother, you get sense where Ifeanyi Chukwu. But I'm not surprised. You are Igbo man. We see John. And John say, good morning, George. I know you when you were also Radio Biafra. You were very vocal. But when you left, and I knew the organization is fraud. This day, when Nnamdi Kanu said Edo is Biafra, that day I knew. Sorry, let's see if I can get it completely. That day, I knew they are empty people. I thank you, my brother, because I made a mistake does not mean people are useless set of brainless people, empty people. Okay, thank God we are back again. These people are criminal. When they plan and they think they are the only one that have sense. But with a still small voice on social media, all of them I have mentioned, they are on the quest of territorial conquest, nothing more. John, I thank you because you understand. He said, go get the Biafra now. A disgrace. And I go the use entire house. Of course, there is. So yes, they know they are fooling themselves and nothing like Biafra. The highest thing they can do is insult. I see Iyore, okay? He said they should go and get the Biafra. They know they are not looking for Biafra. I see Arise TV. He said we are regularly keeping the Igbos Biafraud unity beggars on check. Our most outstanding gift from God are our Royal Highness. If not, those of our traditional rulers. Yes, I understand you, Arise TV. But people do not understand. They wanted us to attack our monarch, which is our last line of defense. If you go and look at my order, I told you your monarchs are your last line of defense. And when you see them attacking Oba Obini, nothing. Because they see that almost 99.9% of all royalty in the South are loyal to the Oba of Benin. They see that. It fears them. Now they cannot detach us, divide us. They went for Oba of Benin, but we are waiting for them. They have to pass through us. If not, Oba Tokbe, then go hear them. I see Barrister. Just Varista leave Ifeanyi Chukwu. He's a loser. I see mountain, uncompleted man in uncompleted building. But you are Igbo person mountain. At least I'm in uncompleted building. Without window. I sleep comfortably. I wake up very fine. But two things are involved. Igbo mountains. The point is, do you think I was in uncompleted building when Nnamdi Kanu made me African rep? My brother, we have made money. We trusted Igbo people. And now we come back to uncompleted building. I can remember about 25 years ago, I built my first house in Rivers State, Obiakpo local government. Rumukurushi Aziz, to be precise. But today, I'm in uncompleted building. Mountain, are you not supposed to be mourning for your people? I am more responsible than your supreme leader, Nnamdi Kanu. I have first school degree before Nnamdi Kanu. I got married before Nnamdi Kanu. Even my last son is older than Nnamdi Kanu's son. Uncompleted man. But you are Igbo man. It's okay. It's in your nature. Now I'm in uncompleted building. When I didn't start from uncompleted building. Let me remind you that as we speak, one of my car is still with the Nigerian GSS in Port Harcourt, all because of Biafra. If I go and collect that car now and sell it, I could complete this man completed building, all because of Igbo people. We trusted Igbo people. If it were in their place to destroy me, I would not be here today. And now, I am their destiny, and I'm their doom. Una go explain tire. Don't worry. He think he does anything? I see Babefa here. He say we borrow Yoruba land from our children and our generation. Yet unborn, we must return Yoruba land back to them intact. So that is what they do. Actually.